What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serrano's Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys stuffed your faces all the way. But we are back. We're working on this Honda today, which I'm going to be showing you guys how this interior looks. This one is strictly just the seats. But the main reason of this video is, one, how good can we get the seats looking? Two, we're also going to be doing a product review. I've had this machine for a good couple of months. Played with it, and I'm finally, I feel good to give a honest review on it, honest feedback on it, which is the Aquapro extractor. Is this a good entry-level extractor, right, for beginners? Is this a good extractor for the pros, right? We'll be talking about the pros, the cons, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and hopefully it's some feedback that you guys will enjoy as always. So anyways, let's get started on these seats, because it is nice and cold, and the goal is I need to have these seats dry as well. So anyways, let me get all set up and we'll get started. All right, guys, so phase one is going to be doing the pre-spray. These seats are pretty bad, and just by the feel, I can tell that these have not been cleaned in a good while. The fibers feel very stiff, so that's just one indication for me that we're definitely gonna have to agitate, and do good extraction, because the fibers feel very hard. These should usually feel like a little bit softer, but what I have on this is Flex Citrus, and I am heavily gonna spray this so that it can start working into the fibers. And you can already see the product kind of breaking it down. And I know a lot of people say, oh, don't soak your upholstery, but if you do good extraction, you won't have any problems with that. So soak away. I'm using the Merilix sprayer. This one's the Industry Ergo. I think it's the 2000. It's been a while, but we're gonna let the product just dwell for a good, probably, like, I'd say 10 minutes. And then after I do this, we're gonna drill brush just to kind of start loosening the fibers up. And we're gonna hit the headliner as well, just for, sake of it, see how well we can get it. I think they spilled like ginger ale. And to be honest, since we're gonna do the headliner, your best bet is gonna start from the top, so this starts dripping. And if you already clean the seats and then you go to the headliner, then you're gonna create more of a mess for you. So we'll start from the top. Hondas are pretty good where you don't have to do the whole headliner, but there are some headliners where you spray the headliner, and if you're just doing a section, when you clean that section, like, it just looks bad. So if this is the case, once I finish agitating, then we'll probably end up doing the whole headliner. But we're gonna drill brush these seats, and then we're just gonna let the product do the work. All right, so the extraction process is going pretty well. I really wanted to showcase a little bit of the extraction, how well it does. What I have on the extractor is flex ice, and then I use probably less than a half scoop just because of the size. The size on this extractor, I believe it's 1.5 gallons maybe, but it's about 1 gallon of water. So you don't have a lot of room to play with, right? But so far, this is it. I really enjoy it. Just a quick tip as well is, when you see seeds this bad, don't guarantee results. You know, you're gonna guarantee the best you can, because a lot of the times what tends to happen is if you don't have the right products or the right chemicals, once this dries up, some stains tend to come back. That's why we're having the flex ice is neutralizing the stains from coming back. So I think this car is gonna come out just right, where the staining is not gonna come back. If I do start seeing staining, then we'll hit it again. But I think with the first pass, it should do pretty good. Yep, catch it, catch that water dripping, yeah.
I think there's an art to extracting, bro.
It's dirty. And I guess you can kind of like just follow me. All right, let's talk a little bit about the Aquapro extractor. I think these sell for like, I think it's like $500 new. What I like about it, it definitely extracts, right? It comes with like, I think this is a 6-foot hose, which is pretty good for what we're using it, right? What it's intended for. In my preference, I wish it would be maybe like 15-foot would be better. But 6-foot, it's okay. I do like it has the clear wand. That way, for a lot of us, this is perfect because we get to see really what we're extracting, and it kind of gives us an idea of when to kind of stop extracting, because we don't see no more dirty water coming up. It has this airflow that you're able to kind of control a little bit of the flow of the air. It's built, I don't want to say cheap, but there's definitely things that could be improved. One is on this inlet here, this hose kept coming out every time I would turn it on, and I guess when the water would build pressure, it would pop out. Now that can be fixed. Obviously, we would just unscrew these two pieces and stick it in there and then screw it back. That was one thing that just kept coming off, you know, but not a biggie for me, I guess. Overall, like I said, it comes with the defoamer. If you want to put like a defoamer in here, that'll stop. As you guys saw in the previous video, you saw how there was a lot of foam. That's because there wasn't like a defoamer, but it's not really a big of an issue. Opening it up, it has, this is the dirty tank, which I think it's 1 gallon as well. And then you have the clean water, which it's perfect for maybe like one car. That takes me to that, like, the thing I don't like about it is pretty simple. You're gonna have to do multiple trips to fill this up. This is actually the second trip, and we've only done the back seats. Obviously the seats were bad, so we're gonna be doing a lot of extraction, right? that's one of the cons that I don't like about it, is you're gonna have to do multiple trips. But really, that's not a big issue, especially if you're starting and you're trying to save money. This is definitely that extractor that I feel is gonna give you literally that confidence to build your clientele, to get more interiors, and produce results. This machine will produce results for sure. And you know, the goal when you buy an entry-level extractor is to save up so that you can buy that extractor that you want. For instance, like my Mighty, it's a machine, and it does the job, right? Another thing this machine doesn't have is a heating element. This one does not heat. So if you're looking for the machine that has heating element, this one does not have it. Therefore, that's why I'm using hot water in here, like not too hot, but from the faucet. And it's doing the job. It's definitely doing the job. It's getting more of the grime, but it does not come with heat. Overall, I'm not gonna complain about this machine. It's really solid. You know, if there's only one thing I would recommend them make an adjustment to or changing is this system. Is really this system. I believe they can buy maybe a better hose material like the Mighty. Maybe switch the wand, because for me, I like to just move. So it'd be so cool if this could come off, right? And then I can plug in my other nozzle really quickly. You're able to interchange things. This thing, it just, I don't know, it throws water weird, but that's just me though. But that's really the only thing I would love to see them change. Maybe add much more of a longer hose. I think that they did add that, but really change this form of style, like make it kind of like the Mighty. And I keep going to the Mighty because that's what I've been using all along, and it just flows. It just makes sense. This one, it makes sense for the product, but that's really the only thing I would adjust. But anyways, let's give round 2 on these seats, but they're definitely looking better. And really quickly on this video, I want to talk about, a lot of you guys ask me, hey Carlos, these Flex products, they're expensive, do they last? Now, I don't know if you guys will be able to see the date on this. Hopefully you can. I usually date my stuff as to when I bought it. And if you see on there, it says 11/24 of 21. And literally, I have, let's see, we are probably to this, probably to where this yellow triangle is. That's how much I have. So if you've been thinking about buying Flex products, these are a staple in my business. There's really nothing else I use if it's not Flex products. Flex Fire is amazing for those hammered interiors. We also have Flex Citrus and Flex Ice, right? The price on these, I haven't gone to buy some, but when I usually buy them, they're about $50 for this size here, and you get 6 pounds. You get 6 pounds of product, and they last, guys. Really, it's an investment, but the finished product is just amazing. When it comes to these, trust me, it took me a lot to buy these products because I didn't want to be spending $50 on these products, right? But I had to get out of that mindset where I have to spend money to make money, right? And in order to charge accordingly with this type of interior, I have to have really solid products so that I can produce the results. When I tell a customer, hey, this interior is gonna cost you $400. Oh my God, why so much? Well, we're gonna go through this, through this, through this. But also the products you use is what guarantees me to have a better results, finished results as well. You're gonna see on this next clip how this seat turned out. It turned out amazing, and that's really because of using quality products. So for those asking me if this product lasts, it definitely lasts. It's been more than a year, and I still have plenty of product yet left. All right, so to finalize this video, what are my final thoughts on the Aquapro extractor? It is the perfect extractor for the beginner, for somebody that's looking for an entry-level extractor, something that you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for, right? It's really solid. Like I mentioned, I think there's just very minimal things that I would change as a detailer, but it's gonna do the job. One thing, obviously, maybe in the future, if they can create an extractor that has heating, that is definitely going to be a game changer for a lot of them. Of course, obviously, the price is definitely probably going to go up a little bit more, right? But it'd be great if they could have one extractor that's non-heated for those who don't want to pay that extra heating element fee, right? And those that want something that has heat. On today's vehicle, really, the seats came out amazing, really, from how it looked before to how it looked after. I can honestly say this machine is going to get the job done, right? You always have to remember, it's not the machine. The machine is great, but to produce amazing results is going to fall down to the product choice, right? The product choice is going to be really your main thing. If you don't have good products for these types of scenarios, then just know that maybe you're gonna have some staining that's gonna come back. Maybe not all those stains were gonna come out, right? It's all gonna be on product choice. The machine is great, but really, for me, in my opinion, it's gonna be the product choice, right? Today we use Flex Ice in the extractor, and we use Flex Citrus. But I ended up, something I didn't mention in the video, I switched it up to Flex Fire, because the Citrus, it did great, but when we were done, you could still see a lot of the stains there. So I ended up switching it to Flex Fire. So you paired it with Flex Fire, and it got the job done. The seats look literally like how they should. I wouldn't have been happy with how they have turned out with Flex Citrus, to be honest. So I'm glad that I use Flex Fire. Another thing I didn't mention that I think I would love is maybe for them to add some stoppers here for these wheels. That way it's not like moving as you're working. Thankfully, I live in an area where it's flat and it doesn't roll down, but there's gonna be scenarios where sometimes you might be working at a customer's house and this thing could potentially roll away. So I've seen some put a stick in here and take it across, and that kind of helps the wheel really from rolling down. So try that. But really, I recommend this machine for the price. I think it's like $500. Obviously, this one was actually purchased through Marketplace, and he got a good deal on it. My good friend Razul got a good deal on it, and I've been using it really just to play with it. But I'm glad I finally have like just like a good idea of what I'm working with. I don't like to just make a review just because of impulse. I like to really play with the product, know what I'm doing, see what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Another thing I liked about it was this handle on top. It is not heavy. You can literally pick this up. It's not gonna hurt your back. I like how you're able to roll the cord around, keeping everything very compact. So if you're a detailer, maybe just starting out of your car, out of like a Honda Accord like this one, it's gonna fit, and it's not bulky. You don't have to worry about maybe, oh, I don't have a generator, right? You can plug this into the customer's house. I'm sure they won't mind. And it keeps it very simple, right? So this is definitely the perfect extractor for those who are just starting, who want to get their feet wet with an extractor without having to buy an expensive extractor like the Mighty 8070, which is the most popular one, which usually retails around maybe $1,500 or $1,200 for a non-heated, $1,500 for a heated. That's a big investment you got to look into. And if you're just starting, I don't recommend you go that route. Maybe start with this, get your money back, get to saving, and then you can buy yourself that extractor that you've really been wanting. Because when you start your beginning phases of detailing, you don't want to just go out there and buy everything. Funny story is, my friend Razul, he went out and bought himself a air compressor on Marketplace, and then this one as well. And he was gonna do detailing, but you know, for other circumstances, things change, you know, and for the better, because he's actually is gonna be a nurse. He's going to nursing school and stuff, so I think that's better than scrubbing seats, in my opinion, right? But he loves it, and he made this investment. Literally, he went and bought this stuff like the next day that he was doing a drive-bys with me. Drive-bys, ride-alongs, not drive-by, guys. We don't roll that way. Ride-alongs, and he got excited. And literally the next day, he went on Facebook Marketplace, bought the Aquapro, and bought the air compressor. And I was like, oh shoot. And he was like, hey man, can you hold it at your house, because I don't have space? I was like, yeah. So ever since it's been here at my house, I've been playing with it, and I'm just glad that now I'm able to kind of give you guys just a good input from me, right? But that's really the pros and the cons of the Aquapro. I highly recommend it. It definitely works. Like I said, they're just minor things I would switch. That's just my preference. But you know, if that's my preference. You could love it just as it is, right? But anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I hope, like again I said, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I hope, you know, my wishes to all of you guys is, you know, I'm thankful for each one of you guys who watch the channel, who support the channel, and this journey that I'm in, and I'm just grateful for all of you guys. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much, and I'm glad I was finally able to do a video for you guys. As always, God bless you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.